Most people do not leave jobs. They leave managers. And in information technology, that truth hits even harder. When leadership turns toxic, teams do not just feel frustrated. They lose trust, stop speaking up, and begin looking for the exit. Projects slow down, innovation fades, and the best talent starts planning its next move. So what does a toxic boss actually look like? The first type is the micromanager. This is the leader who cannot let go. They want every update, every detail, every decision routed through them. In information technology, that can look like reviewing every line of code, demanding constant check-ins, or second-guessing experienced engineers. The result is simple. Autonomy disappears, morale drops, and strong people disengage. The best way to handle a micromanager is to communicate proactively, make your work visible, and build trust one consistent result at a time. The second type is the credit thief. This boss takes ownership of wins they did not earn and disappears when failure shows up. In information technology teams, that often means presenting the team's solution as their own idea, or leaving engineers invisible when recognition is handed out. Over time, people stop giving extra effort when they know someone else will claim the reward. The response is to document your contributions, strengthen relationships across the organization, and speak clearly about your work in the right moments. The third type is the bully. This leader uses fear as a management strategy. They shame people in meetings, weaponize feedback, and create a culture where nobody feels safe telling the truth. In information technology, that can destroy incident reviews, team retrospectives, and problem solving because people become more focused on self-protection than improvement. If you are dealing with a bully, document everything, find support, know your rights, and escalate when necessary. Fear is not leadership, it is damage. The fourth type is the narcissist. This boss makes leadership about themselves. They want praise, control, and validation, but they resist feedback and often overpromise to leadership while expecting the team to absorb the consequences. In information technology, that creates unrealistic commitments, hidden technical debt, and a culture where performance theater replaces actual performance. If you work under a narcissistic leader, protect your credibility, build relationships beyond that one boss, and stay grounded in reality even when they are not. The fifth type is the ghost. This boss is absent when leadership is needed most. They do not make decisions, they do not advocate for the team, and they do not provide direction, coaching, or protection. In information technology, that creates confusion, weak priorities, and a team forced to operate without real leadership. If your boss has gone missing in every way that matters, clarify expectations in writing, build your own support network, and create visibility for your team's work so it does not disappear with them. But here is the bigger issue. Toxic leadership is not just a personality problem. It is a performance problem. It damages job satisfaction, motivation, retention, and team effectiveness. In a field like information technology, where trust, transparency, and collaboration are mission critical, bad leadership carries a real operational cost. So, when are coping strategies enough? And when is it time to escalate or leave? If the behavior is occasional, the environment is otherwise healthy, and you still have strong support around you, you may be able to manage through it while building your own path forward. But if the behavior is repeated, harmful, and protected by the organization, then documentation matters, escalation matters, and sometimes leaving matters. No job title, no paycheck, and no leadership role is worth sustained damage to your mental or physical health. Healthy leadership looks different. It gives credit. It builds trust. It stays present under pressure. It creates safety, clarity, and accountability. It helps people grow instead of tearing them down. These are not soft skills. In information technology, they are the difference between a team that survives and a team that thrives. And if you are a leader listening to this, the question is not just whether you have worked for one of these toxic bosses. The real question is whether any part of their behavior has started to show up in you. Because better teams start with better leaders. And that is exactly why IT Leadership Hub exists.